Good morning, sir. Welcome to First Take. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, hi, morning.
Now, sir, Nifty, in the last couple of sessions, barring today's session, has risen about 300 odd points or so from its recent low. Has that bearish trend that we were talking about all, last week, has that reversed, or is the overall, sentiment that you are taking, given that the primary contributors to this rally has been a few blue chip stocks such as your HDFC, such as your Reliance Industries? What's the overall read on the market sentiment? Was the bounce back that we saw a dead cat rally sort of a bounce back?
Hi. So the view remains cautious because what I can see is the Nifty, the way the market corrected. The trigger came when it broke that 50-day moving average, and then eventually the 19,500 mark. And having said this, after 19,500, 19,200 was also the very important base. But now, the last week we saw the Nifty almost went back to 18,800 level, and then we have seen now for the last 2 days there has been a bounce. So my view on the market is still cautious. I believe this 18,800 might be retested. The data on the FIS on the index future is extremely negative. They are short by 1,57,000 contract, and the long short ratio is still at 12%. So there is a little bit of more space on the downside. The bounce which we are expecting in the last 2 days was because of the oversold nature of the charts. And even today in the morning, we have seen some open high kind of a structure in the Nifty. So this firmly says that and anyways, the bounce which I was expecting was more or less close to 19,300. I'm not expecting a bounce to go beyond this level. And today, the way the market, the volatility is there, India VIX is up by 3.5%. So I think today, at least for the day, this whatever the high we saw at the start of the market, like 19,233, I think is likely to be held for the day. And there is a chances that some slight selling might be seen. There is a possibility 19,100 on the cash levels might be broken during the day, and somewhere close to 19,050 is what I can see. And directionally, if I need to speak, then once it breaks the 19,000 on the downside, then I think again the momentum will scale up for the further correction. And if you look at the 200-day moving average, then it's somewhere close to 18,600. So somewhere I believe this level can be seen. So I have a very cautious view. My entire view will go like it will be negated only if this 50-day moving average, which is close to 19,600, if that is taken out on the closing basis, then my entire bearish view or cautious view will be, I will change my view. So as long as that is not broken, I will be extremely cautious on the market.
Extremely cautious on the overall market. Expecting some sort of consolidation in the coming few sessions, Brijesh?
Yeah, so this, as I said, 19,300 is the maximum upside. Today we have seen a momentum till 19,233. So maybe today can be one negative day, and again maybe maybe for the week the bias is positive. Some bounce back is expected. All the positions will be held with the stop loss of 19,000. By any chance, if 19,000 is broken, then whatever the small trading calls which we are taking during the day or maybe for the week, that should be stopped out if 19,000 levels are broken down.
Now, Brijesh, Nifty Bank has also done fairly well in the last couple of sessions. I mean, it's holding on to those 43,000 sort of levels, has gained about 800 odd points or so in the recent pullback. What's your overall view there? What are the levels to track for Bank Nifty?
Bank Nifty 43,500. There's a lot of call writing which are getting executed. So that is going to act as a resistance. So Bank Nifty was one of the weak sector, weak segment where we are seeing a decent kind of correction. In case of Bank Nifty has broken the 200-day moving average. So definitely the Bank Nifty is weak. We saw some buying in the PSU bank, but then the Bank Nifty private banks are not that strongly placed. Until and unless 43,500 is not taken on, this works well from the derivatives as well as the technical level. Derivatives, there is a put call writing at 43,500, so this is going to act as resistance. And even 43,200 is the 200-day moving average for the Bank Nifty. So this zone of 43,200, 43,500 is just slightly, we can say this is a resistance zone. So it has to be strongly take this out. by any chance, if these levels are not taken out and we see a correction below 42,500, then the pace for the bank nifty on the downside will be much larger. 41,000 is what I'm looking maybe for the next couple of days. So this is the range, 42,500 and 43,500. This 1,000 points is the range for the bank nifty. So either side breakout or breakdown will trigger the further coming directional trend.
Good morning, sir. Between Nifty 50 and small caps are the ones that have shown some resilience. Do you see some rally left in them in the broader markets?
I think somewhere, barring auto and this bank nifty, I think the rest are the all segments. For example, the realty space is looking good. To some extent, the PSU banks are looking good. Even I do believe the IT may not see that kind of correction. So even there would be some positive momentum in the IT. So I think this, if the market has to be like, if you need to see a good run up in the market, then it would be the blue chip and the front line would be the counters which will take on the higher side. So the more bets will be on the heavyweights.
Now, Brijesh, as we are in the thick of the earnings season, two companies that we were tracking from yesterday, TVS Motors, let's begin with that. TVS Motors, came out with a healthy set of numbers. Margins were at record high. The overall performance seems, to have beaten street's expectation. The stock is doing pretty well. I think on a year-to-date basis, it's up about 50% or so, outperforming its peers. What's your view there, sir? How is, TVS Motors looking at this point?
So actually, if you see the TVS Motor for the last 20 months, it has been continuously trading higher and higher. And we eventually spoke, like we had the view of somewhere close 1550, 1600. There was a target for the TVS Motor. But with the yesterday's momentum and with the result update, I think another 100 points kind of a move is left out in the TVS Motor. Somebody who's holding the position can hold till 1700 mark, and very with 1550 would be the lower side support. If that is broken, then I think there would be some loss of momentum in the TVS Motor. But right now, the structure and the overall, the weekly, monthly pattern is quite positive. I think one should ride the momentum. One should look for another 100 points kind of a rally. And it would be wise that we take some profits over the 1700 level. So profit booking should be done at the on the bounce.
All right, that's the word on TVS Motors. Profit booking could take place. Also, Brijesh, I want to touch upon UPL. UPL, the stock was down about 4.5% or so. Not a good, quarter. The quarter gone by was not very great for the company. In fact, the street was expecting a profit figure to the tune of about 300 crores. UPL, on the other hand, has reported a loss of 190 crores. The company has also cut guidance and I think both revenue and EBITDA guidance for the complete year, and it does not see revenue growing at all this year, this time around. Now the stock has been under a fair bit of pressure along with other agrochemical stocks. It's down about 25% or so year to date. In the last month itself, it's corrected by about 11%. Do you expect weakness to continue there?
Yeah, definitely. Because if we look at the larger picture, there has been clearly a range breakdown in the counter, and the 600 was the base where that breakdown has come. So I think below 600 is definitely weak. Even if we see any kind of pullback, I don't see that pullback will go beyond 600. So the directional view for the UPL is negative. I would be watching it somewhere close to 500 to 480 levels on the downside. So further more for 10-15% kind of correction is left in the UPL. So not a very good chart pattern. So given an opportunity, if somebody sees some bounces, because for the last 7 trading sessions, the counter is trading lower low. So and it's come to the oversold zone. So because of this reason, if there is a bounce close to 570, 590, that should be viewed as an exit opportunity, because near term there is a high probability this 500 levels will be broken down on the downside.
Hi Brijesh, before we let you go, could you give us your top 5 picks for the markets?
Yeah, sure, sir. So as I said, I think the PSU bank is one which is leading the momentum. I would take a buy call in the SBI. It's looking quite good, positive on charts. current level, the stop loss for the trade would be 556, and I'm looking somewhere 583, 585. This again a trading bet, not to be too much of a directional, but then somebody wants to take a weak call, can go long on SBI. Then I was looking at the TVS. After the result, the volume has come up. I think because of the market today, it's slightly down because I think that can be again a buying opportunity with the stop loss of 1588 for the target price of 1648. So TVS another 100 points kind of a trading bet can be seen in the TVS motor. Somebody wants to take a slightly bigger picture, 5 8 days, 10 days kind of a time. Then Vector Food is one stock which is at the verge of giving a breakout. Technically, I think it will see a good breakout on the higher set. One should buy at the current price for the target of 1 second. For the target of 1300 to 1350. And one more stock which we saw good breakout and with good momentum and volatility was the Muthoot Finance. So I think Muthoot Finance is one bet in today's correction. I think we should buy this with a stop loss of 1252 and the target would be 1474. And one more, I would like to take a call on the Alchem. So this is a very good structure. It is about to give a buy from the lower side. I think a range, consolidation range breakout is expected on the Alchem. One should buy the current price. 3673 would be the stop loss for the target of 3765.
All right, that's the view coming from Mr. Brijesh. Sir, always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for joining us on First Take this morning.
Thank you.